Well, damn, Sam, this is a new way of fucking doing things, isn't it?
I know, it's pretty crazy.
It's a brave new world we are living in. All the fun with the Zoom.
Yeah, back to the old Zoom.
All right, I guess Alan lost his job because now we can do every single show via Zoom whenever we're on vacation. Your wife will be okay with that, right?
Oh, she'll love it.
Excellent. Hey, let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right day, the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of the Lord. Look straight in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the Drunken United Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me is the perfectly fine Samuel Graham. Sammy, how you doing?
Consistently good for the first time in fucking months.
How was that trip to Staples or Office Max? You get plenty of whiteout for this past week? Is that how that worked out for you?
Pretty much, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I'd like to say we're recording at Studio H, but we're not. We're recording over the magic of Zoom tonight. I am down in lovely Sandbridge, Virginia, just south of Virginia Beach on vacation with producer Mel. And Sam is at his humble abode in Baltimore, Maryland. So as always,
Sam needed a vacation for being unemployed.
Exactly.
I already had my first fuck up of this live thing and brought the music down hot. There's nothing gradual in trying to fade that shit out.
You know it is gradual? A mute button. All right, so you can check us out on all podcast platforms. Be sure to rate, subscribe, and review. Share with your friends as well. Very important. And should you want to chat with us, there is many ways that you can. Sammy, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Absolutely. We are at DU Football Show on all the social media. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Once you like us on Facebook, you'll get an invite to the closed group of DUFC, Drunken United Football Club, and which is where we actually get on with most of our banter, sharing articles, and bullshitting with one another.
Where idiocy ensues.
Absolutely. And if you would like to get in touch via email, it's drunkenunited. No, it's not. It's dufootballshow@gmail.com. Sorry.
And you give me shit when I mess up on the intro if I get one thing wrong. You only got one line to rehearse, fucker, and you can't get it right. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both share a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, we're not drinking the same thing tonight because that would be 7 hours between us to get that done. What are you sipping on tonight?
So I've got an old classic, Bärenjäger honey and bourbon, which you can't see because of my virtual background.
That's something I haven't had in a minute.
I know. 70 proof, all natural honey, comes out of Germany, and then bourbon whiskey blended together in the bottle. You can usually find it for about $29.99 to $32.99 on the shelf, and just it's an old dangerous classic.
Oh yeah, it just tastes like honey, and it goes down very quickly and easily, and then much like the David Talbots, I know Jaeger and Bärenjäger are separate families, but much like the old David Talbot, you walk out naked from the bushes covered in blood with a deer's head in your mouth, and then it just says Jaeger. It would just say Bärenjäger.
Mm-hmm.
You do
Pretty
crazy shit when you drink that stuff.
Absolutely.
So, is that even available anymore? Can you still find it?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. My company still sells the brand. I know the honey liqueur you could definitely still get.
Probably find a dusty bottle somewhere.
Yeah, but I know they discontinued the honey and pear, and then they had another one they discontinued as well. But I still think the honey and bourbon is available.
Lovely. So myself, I am, since I'm down at the shore, Han, I got to go ahead and do some old school Maryland love. I am drinking a Grapefruit Crush today, doing that with Seacrets Distilling, Han. Their grapefruit vodka. Pretty easy drink. It's grapefruit vodka, a little bit of triple sec. Typically, you want to use fresh squeezed grapefruit juice, but in this case, when you're making a whole bunch of pitchers for people, you use processed stuff because it's just easy. And then top it with a little bit of Sprite, and it is a lovely, lovely cocktail. And Seacrets Distilling is actually located in Ocean City, Maryland. And they are a big, huge beach bar. They were actually one of the largest accounts in the entire United States there for a while, as far as overall spirit sales went. And they discovered, hey, let's build a distillery and make our own hooch so we're not slaves to all the big brands. And it worked out very well for them, and that's what they did. And you would think, oh, it's going to be kind of crap. Like, oh, it's a beach bar. They're not going to make very good stuff. No, they constantly get nominated for the Distillers Institute, American Distillers Institute, which is all the craft distillers across the country. They get nominated and awarded every single year for their brand. So they make really great stuff. Their coconut rum and spice rum are remarkable and would highly recommend. Run you about, depending on where you get it, anywhere from $20.99 to about $26.99. Oh, lovely little vodka. So
Awesome.
ready to do this,
everybody,
Sam?
Make sure you drink responsibly.
Holy shit, he remembered to do it. Look
I had to
at
redeem myself after screwing up the fucking email.
that. Mel even came in smiling. How about that? All right, cheers, everybody. Virtual
Cheers, guys.
Click, click, click. Yes. Holy crap. Well, this guy just checked in at the right time. All right. So we have one team already going down in Norwich, so we might as well talk about the team that's coming up. The team everybody loves to hate, Leeds fucking United. And I can't believe I'm doing this for 3 weeks in a row, Sam, but 3 weeks in a row, we're talking about fucking West Ham. I'm amazed. West Ham 3, Watford 1, Manchester City 2, Bournemouth 1, Southampton 2, Bournemouth 0, Villa 1, Everton 1. Sam, in traditional Leeds fashion, they have both won promotion and won the league, winning an actual fucking game.
Yeah, kind of surprising, to be honest, because especially in recent years, Leeds has always found a way to bottle it. But this time they showed up when it mattered. Bielsa didn't have to get naked in the physio's room, although I have it on good authority that he did get naked in the physio's room anyway, drenched in champagne. So congratulations to them. I do worry about them in the Premier League. He thinks they have 15 players too many on the roster when I don't see anybody of any real tried and true Premier League quality. They've also only scored 73 goals in 45 games so far this championship season with one game to go. That's only 1.6 goals per game, and that's probably not going to be good enough. And I don't see them having a 15 to 20 goal scorer in the Premier League on their roster currently. You would worry because the last major European job that Bielsa had was at Marseille, and he was given a boatload of cash and completely fucked it. So I don't know if the Leeds hierarchy is going to be willing to spend essentially their entire television budget and give it to Bielsa to try to strengthen the squad in a shortened window where prices could be inflated because teams are struggling for cash.
Yeah, you tend to wonder in this situation and what we're dealing with. Obviously, like you said, shortened window, lot of not an opportunity to buy people, and the prices are going to be inflated. You tend to wonder also. You see teams like Fulham that came up, spent a lot of cash, went down. Villa came up, spent a lot of cash, at risk of going down. Is that necessarily the method you want to follow, or do you follow the Burnley method of go up, come down, go up, come down, hold on to that money, let that rebuild your stadium, continue to invest into your team? Now, it's in theory, that's probably a nice idea for Leeds, but that is not what Bielsa is going to want to do.
No, and he's going to have a very specific list of demands as far as I know, he has 1 year left on his deal. But I heard today that he needs to sign on again for the second year. Needs to activate the option, and he's going to have a very specific list of demands that he wants. And if they're not met, he's done crazier shit than roll out on Leeds. Right at the time where they're going to be stepping into the Premier League for the first time in 16 years, a month from now,
Right. Well, and also let's just admit it too, is for you, Sam, you don't really care about Leeds coming up. You just want Bielsa up.
All I want is Bielsa to come up.
Bielsa directly inserted into your veins like a heroin junkie, I believe you said.
Yes.
So, Mel, you said we have a question.
Well, David's on, so I went ahead and unmuted him.
Hey, Dave, welcome to the Prem. It's only been 16 years. How the hell you doing?
Yeah, that was I'm awesome. This weekend was so fucking awesome. Just like everyone on Twitter just going insane, and Darby having to give us a guard of honor after last year, and it just Leeds fans like all over the world just so happy, so happy.
Are you still drunk?
No, I just cracked my first beer of the night. And I got my Beavertown glass from London that I stole from a pub.
Excellent.
There you
Very
go.
good. Go ahead, Sammy. You said you had something?
No, I was going to say, you could have done it like Liverpool and won it a few weeks ago and gotten 17 guards of honor. But in traditional Leeds fashion, you left it late.
Well, I was worried about Brentford. Even till we won, I thought they were going to catch us, to be honest. I didn't think they were going to lose.
And they had a pretty bad week themselves. They're at risk of dropping down into the playoffs now.
Yeah, so West Brom controls their own destiny. If they win, they're back in the Prem.
Yeah. And I think we're all kind of, at least here on the show, we're all kind of rooting for Brentford just because we've seen West Brom before and we don't really, okay, fine, great. It's been a few years. A little bit of nostalgia wants to see Nottingham Forest get up, but I don't want to see Nottingham Forest get up in the place of Brentford. It's especially considering now, obviously, they're not going to be able to open said new stadium at the start of the season. But like Sam and I on our way out of London, as all the walls were crumbling down and the Cheeto had proclaimed we weren't allowed to never come back again, we drove by and went, "Hey, look, Brentford's new park."
Yeah.
So
I did hear a funny anecdote about Slaven Bilic, though, the West Brom coach.
Okay.
When he was in charge of West Ham, they randomly kind of went to Seattle for preseason. And I found out the reason is because Slaven Bilic is a huge punk rock fan. And there was a kind of neat little indie bar that he wanted to go to in Seattle. So
for the grunge stuff, huh?
Yeah. So they went to Seattle. So basically a day earlier, 2 days earlier, whatever it was, so he could attend a concert during preseason a day before they took on the Sounders.
Fabulous. I assume he also went to Subterranean Records as well, because that's where pretty much all the grunge stuff got recorded as well in Seattle.
Would not surprise me.
All right, Sam, we've avoided it as long as we can. Fucking West Ham. Jesus Christ. Moyes' favorite Pornhub clip scores the first goal again.
Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, I know.
Killing
Boy is on fire.
Fucking killing it right now.
4 goals all season, again. 5 in 2 games.
Yeah. Open scoring again after just 6 minutes. And he had a lot to do, and it was on his weaker foot. And just tucked it away brilliantly. It was excellent. And then Thomas Souček, the defensive midfielder, who kind of sits alongside Declan Rice. He had a powerful header.
Yeah. Well, and also Souček, like you had mentioned, since the own goal a few weeks back has been just on fire. And
I think he's got 2 or 3 in the last 2 games.
And he's been a key cog in why that team is ultimately gained safety.
Yeah, they're all but safe, essentially. And Villa has to win out, and West Ham has to lose and lose by a lot to get caught. So I think they're fine.
Yeah, currently they technically have now passed Brighton, I believe, in the records as well. No, actually Brighton's not even worth talking about draw today. Has now put Brighton a point ahead of them. But pretty much West Ham has secured safety, which I'm not surprised. I think you and I said we talked about it quite a bit during the COVID stop of action. We kind of felt like, West Ham's going to be okay. They're too good to go down. There's too much talent on the side, and even when they didn't have Moyes, when they got Moyes in, you're like, Moyes isn't going to bottle this.
Yeah, but that's always the danger, isn't it? We're too good to go down. That's how they end up going fucking down. But Moyes seems to have just kind of gone back to what made him a decent manager at Everton, is the smash and grab, is choosing physicality and team spirit over skill. Yep,
absolutely.
With Antonio, not the most skilled player in the world, but he's going to put in 100%. He's going to give you a good shift every time he goes out. And just through sheer will, determination, and strength, we'll bag you a goal or two here and there. Yeah, and in the last three games, he's turned up big time.
Now on to the Cherries, who got kicked in the Cherries twice this week.
That's bad. VAR fucked them something serious.
Oh, yeah. And let's talk about that first one, the Southampton game. So, Melissa, I was watching the game, and producer Mel comes by, and I go, oh, hey, look, Bournemouth just tied it. She goes, fuck. I go, wait, calling it back for VAR. She's like, yes! And screams and walks out the room.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was absolutely insane. And it was another, was it offsides?
He was offsides, but I don't think he was necessarily involved in the play. I don't think
so either.
Again, it's kind of like the Sigurdsson laying on the ground and 6'4" De Gea couldn't see over him. You had the same thing happened with Hugo Lloris as well, where apparently a guy on the ground and he can't see over top of him. There probably needs to be a little bit more clarification for rules in general, considering that the brave new world we live in is going to be VAR. There's no getting away from it. Well, then you got to clarify rules better. At least in the case of, say, the handball rule, it's clear cut. If your hand's in an unnatural position and it hits your hand, it's a fucking handball. It's not even up for debate or interpretation with a referee. Now, we would probably all debate that it's not in the fairness of the game, that like, hey, a guy's just moving his hand in front of his face to protect him from getting kicked in the head. But unnatural position, hits his hand, it's a handball.
Well, see, but
very black and white.
Yeah, well, and there's the problem. I mean, as much as I enjoyed watching it get called back, what happened to Lucas Moura last week that we spoke about? The guy got fouled, fell, and as he was falling, which is completely natural to try to catch yourself, the ball was blasted against his arm. Harry Kane scores. They call it back.
Yeah,
that's bullshit. Yeah. It should not be that black and white. And they're getting rid. They're sticking their nose where it doesn't belong and getting rid of the best part of the game, and that's fucking goals.
Well, that's going to have to get figured out because VAR isn't going anywhere. Now,
and apparently neither is Mike Riley's beard. That thing's got to go. That's terrible.
So this is pretty much the nail in the coffin for Bournemouth. I mean, they're going to have to pull off a miracle in order to stay alive, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're along with Villa to Watford. They are 4 goals. Both of them are 4 goals back and 3 points back. Now, managerless Watford has a lot to do over these last couple of games, and very seriously has a chance of giving up that 3-goal advantage and losing both of their last 2.
Because one of their next 2 is fucking City.
Yep.
That was so. Before I get to Villa, because it now feels like Villa has a puncher's chance, and it's not just favoritism to my wife in this regards. It feels like they have a puncher's chance because I don't know. Watford let go of their fucking coach, whose sole job is to keep them out of keep them promoted, and he's done it time and time again.
Yeah.
Why has he been fired, Sam?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't know. If you remember, he was the one that kept Leicester in the Premier League just before Claudio Ranieri took over the following season.
Yep.
And they were dead last at Christmas and ended up staying up by a few points. But the only thing that I can think of, to be honest with you, is they think they have a realistic chance of going down. And in that realistic chance of going down, they want for 2 games to try to find somebody that can come in under the save us in the Premier League and you have a Premier League club next season. Problem is the games are coming thick and fast because they're over on Sunday. I don't know who they're going to get in, who's going to come into that sort of shit show, unless Big Sam needs a goddamn job.
Or they are really infatuated with getting rid of coaches every 10 weeks. I'm sorry, 10 months. They've never keep a coach over 10 months recently.
Yeah,
this is
This will be their 4th coach.
Fourth this year. It's insane. I was already kind of rooting for him to go down. Now I'm actively rooting for them to go down. It's like, yeah, you know what? Villa's got a puncher's chance now. For your guys with Arsenal, yeah, there's still kind of a touching distance for Europe, but your best bet is to worry about the FA Cup ultimately, and that's really your way in. And what a better way, we'll talk about it in the next segment, but what a better way to fuck over Spurs than to let them finish in 7th and you win the FA Cup. I mean,
absolutely.
It'd be the funnest St. Totteringham's day ever.
Oh my gosh.
100%.
But West Ham has fuck all to play for. And Arsenal kind of has nothing to play for. It's setting up very nicely. All Villa needs to do is get away with a draw against Arsenal, and then in their own hands. And what does West Ham care for the final game of the season?
Nothing but pride. But as long as they're safe, they won't give a shit. You know what I mean? As long as they make it through this midweek game, care one bit. And that I think is the big thing. The job will be done. You know, it's not like fuck's sake, Norwich, who just gives no shits at all.
We'll get into that one. We'll get into that one in the next segment with their game against Burnley, because that was a joy to watch. A real joy to watch.
Tell me about it. Fucking hell.
The battle lines are drawn for the Champions League. Europa is starting to shape out, but don't look now. The FA Cup may affect it. Looking like it's a 3-team race now. Arsenal 2, Liverpool 1, Spurs 3, Foxes 0, Spurs 3, Newcastle 1, Burnley 1, Wolves 1, Burnley 2, Norwich 0, Leicester 2, Sheffield 0, Everton 1, for no good reason, Sheffield 0, Chelsea 1, Norwich 0, Man U 2, Chelsea 0, and Wolverhampton 2, Crystal Palace 0. I think it's pretty safe to say Sheffield's done and dusted. They're gone. There's no chance now.
I think today's loss, actually, there's no way that they can qualify for the Europa League places anymore.
It really feels like it's coming down to Wolves or Spurs, basically, for that 6th, 7th place spot.
Yeah, it's going to be Sheffield United sitting on 54 points with just the 1 game to play, and Spurs are 4 points ahead of them. So without that court of arbitration for sport ridiculous decision, Sheffield United would have been sitting in a European place still, but now they aren't. So and they're mathematically disqualified from it.
So on the top side, as far as the Champions League spots go, it's down. It's Chelsea, it's Leicester, and it's Man U. And Leicester and Man U play each other for the last game of the season. And Chelsea plays Wolves, who have something to play for with Europe.
That's right. Manchester United, though, in their game in hand on Leicester is the big thing. Manchester United play West Ham.
Right.
So they have a very good chance at home as well. They have a very good chance of beating West Ham, obviously, in that situation. And I think it will come down to that last game. It just depends how much Manchester United beats West Ham by on Wednesday.
Right.
And whether or not Leicester can overturn that deficit to pip it on goal differential.
Well, but also Leicester's just been odd, you know. They go and get one win, and you know they beat Sheffield, and then they get worked by Spurs.
Yeah, and they don't have their best defender because he lashed out against Callum Wilson.
Yep. The funny thing about Spurs is Spurs gets 2 3-goal performances and gets 2 big wins.
And played like shit in both games.
I was going to say neither one felt terribly convincing, did they? They were really mediocre wins. You're just like, well, I guess the other team didn't show up, so I guess you win.
Yeah, they got completely Jose'd. It was a very defensive performances for both, essentially letting Harry Kane, Steven Bergwijn, Eric Lamela when he came on, and Son just kind of run up front, and then everybody else stay behind the ball.
Burnley, thanks for playing. You're going to be in 10th place. Good for you.
Yeah, essentially.
It doesn't matter what they win, what they lose. It's just, okay, great. You're going to finish in 10th place. Good job, boys. Way to go, Burnley. Yay,
they are
10th place.
The epitome of mediocre.
Yep, right there. Absolutely.
That's right. And I do want to mention the own goal in the second Tottenham game, though.
Okay.
And how absolutely insane that was. Terrible for the young player, James Justin, but after I saw who the shot came from in Son, it was only obvious that he was just helping out the nicest person on the planet. As Taylor just referred to him in the chat.
Saint Son. Taylor, God bless Saint Son.
You know, of course. I mean, why? I mean, he's an inspiration to the children, Sam.
Absolutely. The patron saint of the South Korean Army.
The children, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. The patron saint of the South Korean Army and other things Asian.
So I was catching.
I couldn't think of anything else Asian.
So I was catching just the whole Asian blanket statement. Anyways, got a whole lot wrong with it too.
I'm just very glad you just said that.
Yes.
The only thing that I could think of was pho, and I was like, "That's not South Korean, so I can't say that."
No, not at all.
I did eat some pho yesterday. It was fucking fantastic.
You know, the first lady of your state is Korean.
The first lady of my state.
Yumi Hogan.
Hogan's wife.
Yeah, Hogan's wife. Yeah. I was like, my wife's part Chinese, so I thought you were talking about her for some reason.
I'm just sitting here letting him dig the hole a little bit deeper in his
whatever.
Sam Graham the racism, digging away, digging away.
Right, sweet. Great.
Hey, Graham,
I'll call myself out later. I don't care.
DBAC.
Thanks. Thank you.
Now let's go ahead and get to the fun stuff. Sam, you beat Liverpool like I said you would. I told you were going to beat them. I told you.
You did.
Why
say
don't you
that.
believe in me?
Because I don't believe in David Luiz, and all of a sudden he turned into the world's best defender these last 2 games. The frustrating part about it, obviously, I'm very happy for the wins. They were great surprises, but the frustrating thing about it is why the fuck can't you do that on a regular basis, you jackass?
Taylor, I couldn't pack the Bearhead. That's why the Bearhead's not here. Or the Don't Be a Cunt Bearhead would definitely be on currently.
But anyway, besides that, the real standout performer for me, besides Aubameyang, of course, is Lacazette working his fucking socks off, as he always does. Fantastic, scoring a few goals as well, being involved in both of the goals at Liverpool and putting in an excellent shift against City in the FA Cup. And then Kieran Tierney is fantastic. I think Andrew Robertson is going to have a difficult time holding down his Scotland place if Kieran Tierney continues to develop the way he has over the last few months. He's been far and away one of our best players, and humble at that. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang on Twitter shared the clip of the video and was like, that pass at Kieran Tierney 3 or whatever. And he responded to it. He was like, "No, that wasn't a goal-scoring pass. That was all on your run. I didn't do anything but clear the ball, and you latched onto it. Thanks for getting me a stat."
Hey, look,
it's just a good kid.
Hey, look, Sam, I'm still amazed that Kieran Tierney's able to do it all.
Yeah.
With you hanging from his fucking nuts.
I was waiting for something stupid.
Now, the key thing to note is, yes, boys and girls, FA Cup finalist has come into play because, I don't know, 8th, 9th, whatever place you're going to finish in. Arsenal could win the FA Cup final because they beat Manchester City in the semis, denying City a chance at a treble. Sammy, how are you feeling about beating Liverpool and City in the same week when it means fuck all to both of them?
Well, I just think that it solidifies our place in the upper echelons of English football and reclaims our place physically back in the top 6 conversation.
Oh, okay. Hear ya. Yeah, sure. Sure thing.
JK. We need a lot of
JK.
investment. If we don't win the FA Cup and make it into Europe and have fuck all to spend next month, we are screwed, buddy.
So
It's not going to be good.
Real quick, hey, producer Mel, did you lose this week?
No, I did not.
Hey, Sam, did you lose this week?
No, sir, it didn't.
I didn't lose either. Holy
No, my
shit!
lord.
No Malort for anybody. Woohoo!
That's
Yeah,
crazy
get
time.
in.
JB wants to know, is Aubameyang leaving Arsenal?
So he did a Twitter Q&A or an Instagram Live or something, Q&A with fans. And somebody typed into the old chat, Aubameyang blink twice if you want to stay. And he, very blatantly blinked twice. So I think he wants to stay. His demand was 3 years, $250,000 a week. I think that's doable, especially when Ozil's on $350 and doesn't play. So I think we can obviously spend it on a 20-goal scorer a season or club captain, somebody that obviously cares and wants to be there, sees what Arteta's doing, sees – you're absolutely right, Chico. Ozil is a fucking fraud. But yeah, I could definitely see him sticking around, especially if we win the FA Cup, because it looks like he's excited about the project. My only concern is a lot of his game is based on speed, and he is 30 years old now. So that does make me nervous because if he does lose a half a yard, will he be as good? Will he be as effective? A little nervous. I think we got a great up-and-coming forward in Eddie Nketiah, and maybe could share some time, and then, of course, Lacazette. So I hope he stays. I think he can stay. I think he will stay, personally, as long as old Stan gets a checkbook out. But nothing's a guarantee, and crazier shit has happened.
So chat room's got some activity. Carrie wants you to know that Ozil's a fraud. And
yeah,
JB...
but he can get the fuck down with some Fortnite. And nobody can fuck with his Fortnite game.
I think he killed me last time. I think Ozil killed me last time I played Fortnite. I was dead within 30 seconds.
And then JB wants to know, what does United do with De Gea? Dean Henderson is waiting.
De Gea, good try, Mel.
I'll drink more.
Drink more.
That's going to be a hard one because he just signed that long ass contract worth a lot of money. There's also no vacancies at top clubs really in terms of goalkeeping. I don't know that anybody can afford him, let alone want him at the moment. You cannot make an argument for me that he would be an upgrade to Thibaut Courtois, Andre Ter Stegen at Madrid and Barcelona, to Jan Oblak, who's arguably the best goalkeeper in the world, to even to Manuel Neuer, Bayern Munich. Like, where's he going to go? I think it'd be perfect if he ended up at Rangers, to be completely honest with you.
My thought process on it right now with De Gea is they're kind of stuck with him. I don't think they're going to call back. I don't think they're going to call back Henderson. I think they're going to loan him out yet again.
They're going to have to because of his age. He still has development to go. He can't just
Right.
sit there for a season learning under somebody that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
If Villa goes down, I see Heaton as the backup in at Manchester United because he's the kind of guy that won't mind sitting on the bench and getting the opportunity to play some Champions League. And he's also the kind of player that Manchester United would have no problem putting in the net if De Gea wants to go off and pull another De Gea like he likes to do quite often. So, in celebration of the fact that we do not have to do any shots of Malort, we are, in fact, going to have my daughter, Simone.
Hi. How are you guys?
Who has
Simone, what's
never,
up?
ever had Malort. We are going to give her a little sample of Malort. Enjoy, my dear.
Like not like this, right?
Tell him not to throw up on the equipment.
Oh god, that's nasty. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What does that taste? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
That's earwax, my dear.
I need something to drink. That's nasty.
Give her more Malort.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, we have
Widely
to do that,
considered the worst alcohol ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry.
David, you're right. It
The
is
bile
motor
is
oil.
the bile's gonna stay with you for a little while. It's gonna taste
Yeah.
like bile in your throat.
oh god, what is this? I've never heard this before.
Malort.
What is the flavor besides nasty?
Earwax.
that is a question people have been asking themselves in bars all across the world.
Oh,
What is the fucking flavor?
oh.
Asshole.
Motor
Literally
oil.
burning asshole,
David
that's
says
exactly
the
what
flavor
that
is motor oil.
Ugh.
I often describe it as if earwax threw up.
I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that
Yep.
10 times over. That's gross.
Thank you for being a good sport,
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll go drink more later, okay?
Ooh, definitely. Find me when you're ready.
Excellent. Very good.
Guys.
I
Drunkard
did
United
expect
at the beach.
Jurgen Klopp's taint. Yes, it does. Very well said. Jurgen Klopp's
Brute.
taint.
The
That's
chat
pretty
room
good.
also saying a brute cologne.
Yep. Oh my God,
Oh.
it's not available. I told her earlier on, I said, look, when you taste it, the first words out of your mouth are going to be white people. Because this is shit white people drink. You're just going to be like, really? Really? You white people are weird. Why do you drink this shit? Because, well, we hate ourselves. That's why we drink it. We drink it because we hate ourselves.
Pretty much.
That was delightful. How did everybody enjoy the live reaction of someone drinking Malort for the first time? Pretty good? Thumbs up? Excellent. All right. Well, then I guess this wraps this segment up. Finishing out the rest of the games. And, so that happened. Southampton won. Brighton won. Brighton 0. Newcastle 0. Really, Sam? I mean, come on. I need your help, buddy. I can't do this one alone.
Nah, fuck it.
Oh, okay. We'll just fuck it. We're not going to talk about it.
Nah.
Okay. Newcastle's going to fuck up the takeover, right? That pretty much covers it all.
Absolutely.
All right,
It
cool.
hasn't. Yeah.
Segment done.
What the fuck was that?
I
What am I
told you
going
we were going to
to
do
now?
it quickly.
Ugh.
Time to tell you what little we know. It is prediction time. Sam.
I'm leaving
even
all
when
that
you
in, by the way. I'm on
Great.
vacation. I'm too lazy to edit.
I don't care. What makes it even more better is because I told you.
More better.
That.
Hold on. Does Graham
More
read
better.
your notes? Does Graham
No.
read your notes, and do I listen to you?
You sleep in the same bed as me. You should actually listen to me every once in a while.
I
Just
don't listen
occasionally.
to you because I sleep in the same bed with you.
Hey, after that
thanks.
2 minutes of fury, I go to bed.
Heard.
Oh, this is not DU After Dark.
No, that's the next show. More importantly, Sam, you can't even win a $100 bet. You are now down $3,447. What cockamamie bet do you have to try to catch me, who is in the black?
Oh, I'm not only going to catch you, I'm going to far surpass you, my friend. So on the midweek fixtures by themselves, not by themselves. This is a 5-part parlay.
Okay.
Because I'm fucking desperate.
Because those always work.
I am desperate. So I've got City winning away at Watford, Arsenal winning away at Villa, United winning at home against West Ham, and Bruno Fernandes to score at any time, and then Chelsea to win away at Liverpool. That's my toss-up. Again, same thing I did a couple of weeks ago. That also shit the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 200 on it for this week. The odds that us.888sport.com gave me were plus 2349. So my $200 bet would turn me back $4,698, firmly solidifying me as number one yet again. And then the cherry on top is just Manchester United to beat Leicester at the weekend separately. $100 on that brings me back 110.
Oh, really? Because that's all going to work out for you.
Yeah.
Going to work out for you really well. Okay. Then, all right. If you're that convinced it's going to work, why don't we go ahead and put shots of Malort on it next week?
Well, we had that anyway. Whoever loses the betting. I thought we were carrying that over.
No, we never officially carried it over. Do you care to carry it over right now?
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever, dude.
Excellent. Very good.
What's the fucking difference?
I'll put this bottle away then and save it for you because that looks like about Sam Graham's worth right there.
Doesn't matter. Listen, good poison or bad poison, it all gets me to the promised land. That's all that matters. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, somebody else who is in the hole that desperately wants to dig himself out is...
And now, it's time for our degenerate gambling friend Pat's Pick of the Week.
As everybody gets to see me pull up my glasses so I can read the email. Last chance efforts always pay off. So one more week to get even. And I'm going to go big this week and try to make it happen. I'm currently down $1,092, and I'm going to make it a 508 two-game parlay, and let's get it done early with the Tuesday-Wednesday games. I'll take Man City over Watford at 1.5 goals, so they need to win by 2, at minus 115, and he's going to take Chelsea, like you, Sam, a half a goal over Liverpool at minus 120. That'll pay me $1,233 to end the year, and black or in the hole 1,600. Have a great summer. Thank you for having me on the show this year, and I'll talk to you guys later. So, Sammy, there's a little bit of a theme going on. You have set up your parlay. Now, this, of course, because you bet on every game, naturally, we're all going to make bets that fall around you. But my tried and true system, my friend.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
Production. 35% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Missed last week, just unfortunate, but Daddy's in the black. We figured out all the numbers. I was actually at plus 648. My loss net last week takes me down to plus 548. And for my bet, I'm going nice and simple. I'm taking Bruno to score in the midweek against West Ham at a plus 114. Put me right where I need to be, above you, with all the bragging rights for the best better on this show.
I'm sorry, I tuned out.
Of course you did. Now, Sam, despite you fading out and not paying attention, that was an okay segment. You know, you could have been better, but it was an okay segment. But we give you more. We give you Kitty the chicken.
All right. Now that I figured out all this live production, Sam and I were at the beach, and so I did get a chance to FaceTime with Kitty over the week, and she is 2 games over 500 and happy with her picks this season. For her final game, I gave her Chelsea facing Liverpool. Now, she quickly sent me a TikTok of her and Will Ferrell, fuck me, LOL, streaking in front of the Stamford Bridge. Clearly, Kitty has ties to Chelsea Winfield.
Was it the quad in front of the Stamford Bridge that they were streaking?
It was just like from that movie.
Did Kitty buck out? Let's go streaking!
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to get back to the beach. I can't believe I'm spending my vacation doing this. As always, people, remember to drink legally and responsibly.
I was wondering if maybe she yelled out racial slurs while she was doing it too, seeing as it was for Chelsea. Coronavirus, the shit is real. We decided not to play last Tuesday.
Yep. We are 0-2. Lost 3-0, 3-0 because we ain't played yet.
Yep. So we already started the conversation for tomorrow night, and we'll see. Well, sorry, through the magic of radio tonight.
Yes.
So we will
Yes.
see what happens, whether or not the boys decide to go. I'm not going with a 6-month pregnant wife.
No, I would not do that. Not a good idea.
Nope, already bad enough I have to be out for work. So,
Well, Sam, the mighty FK Slutsk have finally gotten the Drunkard United bump as they win 2-1. Woo!
come on. And I love they're also being cash injected because they're in a big financial difficulty right now. The cash injection is coming from the local sugar factory. Fucking
Getting that
fantastic.
sugar.
Come on. The epitome of a sugar daddy. Taylor,
Worth
take those dad jokes and shove them right up your arse, okay? I got me
Is
own.
that why
I
they
got me
have
own.
the honeybees, the sexy bees, or the sex bees?
sex rabbits. We
They were
thought they
sex
were sex
rabbits.
bees, but they're sex rabbits.
Oh,
Thank you
well,
very
then
much.
what does sex rabbit have to do with sugar?
Well, they were out before the game with the team. They handed a watch to the visiting team again.
They were
So
the betting company mascots.
That makes more sense.
I mean, a team suffering financial woes, maybe not give out free watches with hot sex bees and leotards. You know, maybe that's money that could be spent elsewhere. I don't know, on overhead of the team. But Sam, they had a drum this week, which was amazing. But more importantly, their fight songs were polka style. They had an accordion. It was amazing. They're singing this fight songs with accordion and a drum, and the 20s and 30s that were there were fucking loud, and it was beautiful. They went down early 1-0 and roared back in the second half with 2 unanswered to win 2-1. So up the fucking sluts. They're moving in the right direction.
If you put Bielsa in my left arm, you can put accordion fight songs in my right arm.
Yep, it was pretty delightful.
I've got a lot of time for that. I've got a lot of time for that. And a lot of people locally that could teach me how to do it.
It was pretty magnificent. So that about wraps it up, boys and girls. Sammy.
Thank God.
Oh, thanks a lot, producer. Hey, Mel.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to find, but if you're on the Zoom meeting and you go down to the lower left-hand corner, there's this thing called a mute button. Should probably hit it. Sammy, do we have any parting words?
Just the only thing I need to say is that Sam's mistress, I don't know if you saw him put up the sign, the handwritten note there, but Sam's mistress put up, hit the fucking mute button on the notepad.
Brilliant. Fucking love it. Love it.
Just, hey, on Sunday, 11 a.m., everybody plays, all 10 teams. So everybody get after it, flip around back and forth, get the computer, the iPad, the phone, and the TV on. Watch as much as you fucking can. It's one of the greatest days of the season, and there's a lot at stake with Villa, with Watford, and then in the Champions League places. So it's going to be a joy. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And then a week later, JB, I know you just started supporting Manchester United about 2 weeks ago. Sorry you haven't been privy to a FA Cup final yet as your time as a supporter, but make sure you check out us and Chelsea in the following weekend and watch what will be the 14th FA Cup triumph for the mighty fucking Arsenal.
Hey, and Sam, the beauty of Sunday is much like our last guest to jump into the room right at the end of the show, just for the glory, Liverpool will finally hold up their stadium to no one, accomplishing nothing, because they're no better than Blackburn.
But guess
just
what?
how it rolls. Yes.
Guess what? I guarantee you, I'll put my house on it. Another guard of honor.
Oh, there'll definitely be 2 guards of honor.
You see this?
There'll be 2 of them.
Russ, this means you're a wanker.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up, boys and girls. Next up is Injury Time, which is our preview of the next week's games. Everybody who is on the Zoom chat tonight, if you'd like to stick around, you are more than welcome to get a free preview of what Injury Time is. Sam, if somebody wanted to find Injury Time, how could they go about doing it?
It's super simple. All you have to do is jump on www.patreon.com/DUFootballShow and make sure you select at least the middle tier up, and you'll get most, if not all, from the top tier of our extra content. We do send out videos for the top tier, giving you basically the rundown of your club for that month. So make sure you check it out. It's not a lot of money, helps us keep the lights on, and it's a lot of fun.
Excellent. All right, everybody. Till next week.
Graham, no last goodbye from Graham.
Holy
I'm
shit.
trying to figure out how to say goodbye in Belarusian. Hold on.
Well, then for that, I will give you another try.
He's still trying to figure it out. Can I get back to the pool
It's
drinking?
it's in Russian. Like
There's
letters.
a hot tub calling my
Okay.
name.
No,
Oh,
you
with the
have
line
another
through it.
show to record, woman.
Fuck.
They have an O with a line through it.
Thanks,
Here,
JD.
say.
You mean to tell me you can't
Yeah,
can't
let's not make
pronounce
fun of production anymore.
It's a different set of alphabet.
Well, then just say goodbye in Belarus.
See ya.